Hey guys, what's up? JD here and welcome to another video. And today I thought I'd do something different. I'm going to be predicting match day 30 of the Premier League. Premier League returns tomorrow. So basically, basically before I get into things, I just want to let you guys know my upload schedule. Sorry if you can hear anything in the background. As I record this, it's currently raining. But as I record this, it is the night before the Premier League comes back, and this will go up after I've recorded this and done what I've needed to do. So basically, my upload schedule, just so you guys know, is going to be just random again. And just so you guys know, it's going to be random. Don't know how many videos I'll do a month, so I'll upload now and again every so often. It's just easier that way. So I thought I'm going to, because I'm into football and bits like that, and as well, I am a Man City fan. I am a City supporter. So I am going to be predicting the, what's it called? All the what's it called? The match day 30, as I say. So, and then I might do this when, like, for example, each match day, when the season, what's it called? Like, I might do prediction videos, like when, for example, when next season starts and stuff. So, okay, so let's get on with it then. So tomorrow night is Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. So Aston Villa are currently in a what's it called? They're currently in a bit of trouble. So they're currently in a bit of a relegation scrap at the bottom of the table, and then Sheffield United, they're almost heading. Well, God, I don't know how many points? Only a few points away from a Champions League spot. So, I could really see both teams really pushing. Like, I really think this would be a great game, honestly. So Villa trying to get themselves out of the relegation zone, and then Sheffield United trying to, what's it called? Trying to, push for those Champions League, those European spots. So, Aston Villa, Sheffield United. I'm going to predict the score now. So, now then, I do feel like, well, honestly, Villa and Sheffield United are both brilliant teams in my opinion, but I ever so slightly think Sheffield United will pull. I think Sheffield United will win, only by a small margin though. As I say, Villa will cause Sheffield United some problems, especially with Jack Grealish, either whether he's in midfield or on the wing, because I know he can play out wide as well, on either sides. So my score prediction for this is Aston Villa 1, Sheffield United 2. So that is my prediction for that game. So a 2-1 win. And let me go on the table quick, because I want to just double check the table, and so you guys know what the table is as well. So 43. So if I'm right, I think that'll take, if Sheffield United win, that'll take them just a point clear of United into fifth spot, past Wolves and just beyond United by a point. And then, as I say, Aston Villa 19th. So yeah, both teams, as I say, will need to will be really like I think it'll be really like attacking football from both ends. So, yeah. So anyway, so moving on. Second game. So Wednesday night tomorrow is City and Arsenal. So as I say, I am a blue. I am a City fan. Now then, Arsenal are a good team. I mean, like they're brilliant as well. Currently, they're in 9th. Is it? I'm pretty sure it's 9th. Yes, I was right. Yeah, I didn't see before, but I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. So basically, I could honestly, like, Arsenal, they're great. They're a great team, and I do think they will. What's it called? At times, Arsenal, how do I put this now? They can really cause other teams problems. Now and again, you know, they'll have their off days and their on days, Arsenal, but, you know, honestly, they are a good team. I do think they'll take the lead first, and then I'm pretty sure, and then I'm pretty confident we'll turn it around. And straight away, I'm just going to predict the score. I think we'll be too good for them. We'll end up just attacking. Apparently, I think our squad is City. Our squad is quite well. If I'm right, I think we've got just literally everyone's fit, so a fully fit squad. So I'm going City 3, Arsenal 1. So, what's it called? So, yeah, that's really about it. I know Arsenal in 9th. Let me check the table again. So, what points are they on? Right, they're on 40 points. So, like, they can maybe push for Europa League for next season. So, you know, so as I said, it will be tough facing Arsenal, because they'll want to push for those European spots to get up there with 40, so 43. So, yeah, I could maybe just about see Arsenal at the end of the season pushing into Europe, and maybe into the Europa League. Definitely not the Champions League, but maybe Europe. Just maybe they might get that European spot. Yeah, but moving on, let's get on with this. So, now then, Norwich versus Southampton. Now, that is Friday night, and it's 6 o'clock kickoff. These are really weird kickoff times, I'll tell you that. So basically, Norwich, Southampton. Currently, Southampton are in, where are they? They're in 14th. How many points are on? 34 points. Yeah, Norwich are 20th. And to be honest, I think Southampton have really done well this season. At first, I thought, like, what's it called? God, at the beginning of the season, and then getting on towards like the quarter of the way through, almost halfway, I really thought they were struggling, especially after that 9-0 defeat to Leicester at home. What's it called? So basically, Norwich, they're a good team as well. They're decent, because with Pookie up front, he can really hurt teams. You know, and he can cause an upset, you know, especially against the clubs further up the table. And you know, he is a good player. He's good. He's great. But again, I really think by a small margin of, like, I'm gonna just say this now, I think Southampton will win again by a small margin. So Southampton, they're just kind of like, what's it called? So they're kind of like mid-table. So they maybe they could pick up a few wins, maybe, hopefully, and they maybe could. Hang on, 34. It might be a bit. It's hard to say. They are a good team, Southampton, and I'm just looking at the points now. I don't know if they could make it into into European spot like the Europa League. Maybe if they pick up a few wins, and then they could maybe get away with it. Maybe just, but they'll have to pick up quite a lot of. Whoa, I don't know what that was. What's it called? I accidentally pressed my. They'd have to really pick up a few wins, so to maybe get a chance of getting into the top 8, maybe, or 9, 8, something like that. And and as well, something else. I know I'm a blue, and I know what's it called. We've had the CAS here in about UEFA. I'm not going into it. Because you can read stuff and bits like that online about it. So basically, if we are banned, what's it called, from the Champions League next season, hopefully not. What's it called? If I'm right, I think European spots will go down as far as like 8th place. So, but if not, then it'll be the usual 6 and 7, maybe 6 and 7th, I think. So like 6 being, no, 5th and 6th even. No, yeah, 5th and then 6th. Yes, that's right. And then obviously the top 4 is Champions League spots. But yeah, I'm not going to go into detail about the CAS. You can search that up. What's it called? So, hang on, so Norwich, trying to think if they have a chance of anything now. Like, they're on, what, how many points they're on? They're on 21. If they're lucky, they could, if they pick up a few wins, they could maybe make their way out of the relegation zone. Maybe just, I don't know. They'd really have to pick up quite a few wins, to be honest. But yeah, so Norwich, Southampton, I'm going to predict this. I'm going to try and get on with this video. So Norwich, I'm going Norwich 1, Southampton 2. Now then, moving on, Tottenham versus Arsenal. Quite a big game. You know, quite a big game. This really is. Tottenham and Man United obviously battling for what's it called, European spots, Europa League, even the Champions League, because if you look where Chelsea is, United are really not far behind, and Tottenham, they might have a chance maybe to creep up into a European place, aka maybe the Europa League. If maybe the I don't know, maybe the Champions League, but it's gonna be tough. Really is, and I actually think, I'm just gonna say this straight away, I think it'll be a draw. So for my prediction, I'm going Tottenham 1, Man United 1. So that's my prediction for that game. It's going to be big. As I say, both teams battling for trying to get up into those European spots. It's going to be tough, really is. But I'm going to say it's a draw. I'm going to say it's a draw. Going to be a draw. There we go. So yeah, as I say, Tottenham not far away from United, only by a few points behind and stuff, but hey ho. Now then, moving on, next game is Watford versus Leicester. Watford, Leicester. So, that's a 12:30 kickoff, by the way. So Watford, Leicester. Again, Watford, they're okay, so they're in 17th. They're just like 16. I don't know how many points. Right, points. Watford 27. Alright, they're joint on points with Bournemouth or even West Ham. I just realised they're on 27 points, but what's it called? Watford, you know, I mean, they've done alright this season, like, they've done okay, but their form is kinda, I feel like, maybe dropped, you know, like, you know, they are a great team, like, you know, for example, what they did to Liverpool, like the 3-0 win for them, well, for Watford, so, you know, they really are a good team, like, with, what's it called, and I think they deserve to stay up, so, you know, so obviously with Deeney and Sarr, and, you know, all that lot, but, you know, I think like, even though as much as they deserve to stay up, I think Leicester, where they are at the minute, they're in a Champions League spot, and I think straight off the bat, I'm going to say Leicester are going to win, and I'm going to say by 2 goals, so I'm going to just go ahead and predict this, so I'm going Watford 1, Leicester 3, so, what's it called, so, yeah, simple as I say, after after this game, I think Watford need to maybe try and pick up a few points, a few wins, and, you know, hopefully they can maybe just work their way up the table a slight bit to just get away from the relegation scrap, or avoid getting into a relegation battle. I mean, they kind of are at the minute, but I mean, they maybe just drift away from the relegation zone. Anyway, next game, I'm trying to get through this as quick as possible. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we'll see, it doesn't matter. So next game is Brighton versus Arsenal, so that's 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Brighton, so let's have a look then at the table. Arsenal are in points. Arsenal have 40, Brighton have 29. So Brighton, they have to really be careful as well, because they could potentially be in a they're kind of in the relegation battle as well. Because if I'm looking now at the points, and there's only a few points separating, what's it called, 15th and 20th. But, like, again, Brighton, they're not bad. They're not a bad team. They've caused a few upsets over the season. For example, beating Tottenham 3-0 at their ground. And then Arsenal, they're, what's it called? At this point, they would have already played us, because I've already predicted the City and Arsenal game tomorrow night. So, what's it called? So I'm assuming they would have been maybe around that's if City beat, that's if we beat them and bits like that. Then I'm assuming, well, as I predicted, they might be in the same spot. So roughly, maybe around the 10th, I don't know, depending on the game's results. But again, as I said before, Arsenal, they're trying to, you know, push for a European spot. So I've already said about them. So as I said, they're trying to push for a European spot, and they could maybe creep into the Europa League, as I said before. But I'm going to go ahead and predict this. I'm going to go for an Arsenal win. I'm going for, again, a small margin. I'm going Brighton 1, Arsenal 2. There we go, 2-1. And I think Arsenal will definitely win it. Next game then is West Ham Wolves. So Wolves pushing for a European spot. West Ham are in, or battling, battling to survive. West Ham, you know, are a good team, and they're another one. I don't want them to go down, and you know, they deserve to stay up, West Ham. So They're on 27 points, and West Ham there. As I said, they'll be trying their best to get out. Again, trying to drift away from the relegation zone and bits like that. So, whereas Wolves, they're really pushing for a European spot and bits like that. And to be honest, I think they will win. I think they'll win. So this is a quick prediction, really. You know, Wolves are, you know, brilliant. I think Wolves will get the better of West Ham, to be honest. As much as West Ham, you know, are brilliant. You know, they're a great club, and I do respect them and stuff like that. They are absolute great. Their fan base is, you know, brilliant. Honestly, you know, respect to them, and you know, they deserve to stay up. So Wolves, they, you know, their quality, I think, will just about get the better of West Ham. So I'm going for a 2-goal margin. So I'm going to predict this. So West Ham 1, Wolves 3. And so far, I think out of all the games I've said, I think pretty much is one of the teams and bits that I've said have all conceded. Final game this Saturday then is I'm going to move on to Bournemouth Crystal Palace. So Bournemouth are, again, they're in a relegation, well, they're in 18th, so they're in the relegation zone. Whereas Palace, they're in 11th, 39 points, and they are, like, they're safe. They're safe. They're fine. Bournemouth, again, Bournemouth are a good team. You know, Callum Wilson and Harry Wilson and bits like that, and, you know, quality, you know, good. But if it's going to be difficult, like, I maybe think that Palace maybe have a slightly more better quality, only by, maybe a bit though. Like, again, Bournemouth, like, you know, I don't want them. They're another club. I don't want them to go down. You know, they're another club that deserve to stay up. They've come, I mean, you know, they came to the Premier League with, their stadium is like, what, 11,000 seater. So basically, you know, and bits like they've done well over the past few years, making their way up to the Premier League, and you know, I don't want them to fall back down again and bits like that. You know, they're a good club, but I think in this game, Palace will, again, they'll get the better of Bournemouth. I'm pretty sure. So I think Palace will do it, and I'm going to go off and predict this one. And by the way as well, 39 points. So if Palace pick up a few wins, I don't know if they can, maybe, I don't know. Again, they have a chance at maybe pushing themselves into Europe, maybe into the Europa League. Not the Champions League, definitely not, but maybe just about, if they're lucky, if they pick up a few points and maybe, I don't know, cause a few upsets. So it depends on other results elsewhere in other games and stuff. So Palace, they could maybe have a chance of getting into the Europa League, which will be good for them. But I'm going to go off and I'm going to predict this one. This game's for Bournemouth Palace. I'm going, that's Saturday night at 7:45. That's a 7:45 kickoff, and I'm going Bournemouth 0, Crystal Palace 2. So yeah, so that's that game. So moving on to Sunday now is now the Newcastle United versus Sheffield United. So let's look at the table. So Sheffield United are really, you know, they're pushing for a European spot, even Champions League, even the Champions League. You know, so like, what's it called? Like, you know, looking at the point gap between 4th and the 7th, Champions League football could be a possibility for Sheffield United if they pick up a few wins and just keep going, keep pushing. And they've done well this season, absolutely brilliant, and they deserve. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. If they maybe push for the Champions League and maybe just about grab that top four, that fourth place spot. They really deserve it. They've done well and bits like that. So, and then Newcastle there, 13th, 35 points. Quite a few points behind. I don't think they'll be able to push for a European spot, Europa League. Looking at it, Newcastle, again, they're a good club and they're having their takeover. I know that, and then obviously maybe if the takeover goes through, then obviously then I think they'll push for European spot, Champions League, even Europa League, Champions League, bits like that. But maybe next season if the takeover goes through for them. But Newcastle, again, they're a good club. They're good. They're fine. They're 13th. They're fine. They're safe. So I'm gonna go ahead and predict this one then. So but I think Sheffield United will just about get the better of Newcastle. So only just. I think Sheffield United, honestly, the quality of their play is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I'm going Sheffield United. Now let me go back. So prediction. So Newcastle United 1. I think they'll score. Sheffield United 2. So I'm going for a 2-1 Sheffield United win. Now the next game Sunday is Aston Villa Chelsea. So Aston Villa Chelsea. So now then, Villa are currently in 19th and there it is. What's it called? 25 points relegation zone. And I've already predicted one of Aston Villa's games and bits like that, so I don't need to say much because I've already spoke about them and bits like that. And again, depending on other games elsewhere and what the results are in other games, they could be even the same place or up high. I don't know. But Villa, again, they need to pick up a few wins and bits like that. As I said before, I've already spoke about them, so I've already about what they need to do to get out the relegation zone. Just pick up a few wins. Villa, again, they're a good club. But just look at where Chelsea is. I don't think they'll lose. I don't think they will. No. As much as Villa, they're a great team. They are a big club. They are good. But I really think Chelsea will win this and bits like that. So I'm going to predict this one now. I'm going to try and get on with this as quick as I can. So I'm going Aston Villa. I think Chelsea will really they'll win. I'm going by a 3-goal margin. So I'm going Aston Villa 0, Chelsea 3. So I think Chelsea will win 3-0, easy win. But yeah. Anyway, next game is a 7:00 kickoff on a Sunday. On a Sunday evening is the Merseyside derby, Everton versus Liverpool, and there's a bit of thunder. I can hear. Sorry if you can hear it. Everton, Liverpool, Goodison Park. And honestly, I really think I'm gonna say this now. I think. I mean, don't write Everton off because again, they're a great team. You know, they're doing well. They're doing well. What's it? Excuse me. You know, they're a great club as well. You know, they have good quality players. You know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and, you know, Iwobi. I mean, they're all right. They're not bad, but you know, I think Liverpool will, yeah, they'll win it. They'll win it. You know, and respect to Liverpool for what they've done throughout the season, who really do deserve, you know, the title and bits like that. I really don't have much to say about this game. Let me see. Everton. Let me look at the points again. No, I don't think they'll push for a. I don't think they'll push for a European spot, Europa League. Again, they'd have to pick up a few wins. It's the same with the other clubs like Palace, Burnley, and Arsenal, and bits like that. Because if you're looking at the points, it's not far between each other. And once one of them or something, or a few could push for Europa League football for next season. But anyway, Everton, Liverpool, I'm going to predict this one. I do think Everton will score, so I'm going Everton 1, Liverpool 3. So that's that. And then the final game, what's it called, of Matchday 30 is City. It's a Monday night game, 8 o'clock kickoff, and it's City versus Burnley. So Man City, Burnley. So my team against Burnley. Now then, Burnley, they're, you know, again, they're a good club, and the game could push for European football, but honestly, like, again, respect to them. They've done great again this season. They've done good, but I do think we'll get the better of them, and I think I'm gonna just go ahead and, you know, predict this one now. So I'm going the score now. So I'm gonna predict, and whoa, that thunder is loud. So I'm gonna go ahead and predict this one. So City 4, Burnley 1. So it's the same scoreline as the reverse fixture. Same scoreline as the reverse fixture back at Turf Moor back in December. We won that one 4-1. I think the scoreline will be the same because, you know, again, don't write Burnley off. They can hurt you on the break. But yeah, and they can score against you and cause an upset. But I just about think City aren't my team, but you know, I don't need to say that because I've already told you that I'm a blue. But I do think we will pull this off. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but yeah, and then that is it. That is all the games that I am predicting, and then I'm thinking about predicting all of the games and stuff for when this season ends and then the next season begins for next season, and you know, then actually what's it called, you know, predicting all of them. So I'm just doing this as a one-off and bits like that at the minute, and then next season I'm thinking about, as I said, you know, doing it with all the match days, all the games and stuff, predicting, doing these videos. So because I'm into football and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, guys, that's about it. So yeah, Premier League football is returning tomorrow, and yeah, so Aston Villa, Sheffield United will be on Sky, and then so will City and Arsenal. So yeah, that's about it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. Peace out.